so we can see what if we want to watch the video later, we can. So this is going to be Docusign 101. If you guys have any questions during the process, go ahead and unmute yourself and we'll go ahead and address those questions. I'm going to start off by sharing my screen. And also, just so you know, when I look off to the side, I'm actually looking at my second monitor, which has my actual program on there. So don't think I'm looking away from you for any other reason. I'm going to share my screen that's there. Share. All right. So right now we are inside of Command, and to get to Command, you're going to go to agent.kw.com, which is right up here, and you're going to log in. I'll just show you. No, it's going to log me in automatically because I'm already logged in. Agent.kw.com, and you'll use your MyKW credentials to log in. We're going to start by creating an opportunity, and you must have the contact you're going to make the opportunity already in your contacts. So I'm going to click on opportunities here, and I created a contact a few minutes ago, and I'm going to create an opportunity. In the Market Center, it's going to be my Inglewood Market Center. If I was on a team, I'd make sure the team is selected. Opportunity type, I'm going to make it a buyer. And I am the owner of this opportunity. So when it says owner, if you're on a team, you're going to select the team leader or the rainmaker as the owner of this. My client is going to be Clark Kent. My opportunity name, I could keep it as Clark Kent buyer. I would actually going to change it to the address of the deal that we're going to do. Buyer. Hi, Cynthia.
Hi, Blake. Are you going to be recording the session you're doing this morning?
Yep, I'm recording it right now.
Okay, thank you very much, because I've got something that I have to handle with a potential client.
Yep, I'm going to post it on our Facebook, and it'll be on our YouTube.
Thank you so much, Blake. Bye, everybody.
So now I'm going to keep it 123 Main Street buyer. Opportunity name, it's really going to be however you decide to organize it. Commission rate is 3, it's my half. Opportunity phase, I'm going to create it in active. And we're in negotiations. I'm going to click create. So that brings us into the opportunity dashboard. I can put in information about the property that we're going to be buying. So I'm going to put in country, United States of America. It's going to search for an address when I put the in there. I'm just going to select one in Auburndale, Florida. But you put the actual address in and it's going to pull up the real address. Well, then I'm going to click save. Okay, the opportunity has been updated. I can go into here. If I want to update anything in here, I click on the pencil. You can update it within here. Cancel. I can put the description of the property or whatever I want to in here. Cancel there. But what we're going to be talking about is this documents tab right here. I'm going to click on documents. So we're at the point where we need to make sure that we're adding the correct documents for under contract. So on the side right here, it'll show that it's residential. It's only residential that we're working with right now. And then we have 3 different folders. So we have consultation, under contract, and closed. We're going to click on under contract because this is where our actual listing or our buyers are going to start with required documents. So we see that we're going to need a purchase contract, a property disclosure, extension addendum is conditionally required, energy efficiency booklet is required, conditionally, optional, required. So see, it says right below the name of the document if it's required or optional or conditionally required. So now that we have this, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to start my new room for Docusign. And it says start a transaction. I'm going to click this arrow. Because I have Docusign and .loop connected, I can choose between either one. I'm choosing Docusign. And you can stay with .loop. It's just going to cost you, I think, about $10 a month. I'm going to sign in here with So I logged in and it created a room for me. And a room is the same thing as a loop. So we're inside of the room. So this is where we're going to start adding our documents. We can go through here though. So up at the top, inside of Docusign, I can add a picture if I want to. I can just click that, change image. Photos. Or Kathy out talking to people. I can click on details here. This is where we're going to go in and we're going to start adding the details. Eventually, the details that we put into command will transfer over into Docusign. They're currently working on that. But right now, we do have to edit the details ourselves. So we're going to click on edit. And it makes all of these boxes workable. So I can look up my MLS ID for the whole deal and plug that in if I want to. I'm going to put in the seller's information. We'll just say I'm selling it. So I honestly, this auto-filled everything, but I put in my name, phone number, every bit of information I could about this person. The location is not the right one that they're selling. Let's see, this is just 123 Main Street. Delete Inglewood. We'll just say that. Property type is optional. So year built, we'll say 2017. We're going to offer, say the offer date was today. $1.5 million. Contract date, also say today. And we can put all the information that we can inside of this, so when it comes to filling out our paperwork, it'll be easy. One seller. Listing agent. See, I see Jim, so it's going to be Jim. Oops. P-R-E-N-N-T. We're going to go all the way down to buyer. We're going to put Clark. Clark Kent. 941 555 222. I'm going to put a real email, my actual email in here, because I want to receive the documentation. We don't need that. Don't need that. Buyer agent. We're going to make this conflicts of interest sometimes, but this is if I have both sides of the deal. We're just saying I have both sides of the deal. So I put as much information as I have in here. I'm going to click save down here at the bottom. And now I can go into documents, which is up here. I can upload documents if I want to. I'm going to go over to the add button, which is this blue add button. I'm going to click on that, and I have several different places I can choose to where it's going to come from. It can be computer, which means I upload it directly from my computer. Docusign forms, zip forms from Box, Dropbox, or Google Drive. So I could go into, let's say I'm just going to select computer first. If I had a document someplace, I could upload taxes or something, and I can open that up and put that in there. I'm not going to, though. Click Add. I'm going to click on Docusign Forms now. This is where all of our forms are going to be located for all of our paperwork. So right now it says Docusign Forms Library, and I can select a library, and I can choose between the Florida Association of Realtors or Stellar MLS. The Florida Association of Realtors is going to have all of our documents that we need. It's going to have about 117, I think, last time I saw it. This one is unorganized. It's just listed alphabetically. We do have an organized section. I just want to show you where, if for some reason it's not in the group that I'm going to show you, you can come in here and find the document you need. So this has everything in there, and it's alphabetical, but this is confusing, so I'm going to go into groups. Up here at the Add Docusign Forms, I'm going to click on that, and instead of library, I'm going to select group, and now I can select, in my group, I can select from buyer, sale package, commercial, listings, listing vacant land, releasing cancellation. So I'm going to click buyer sales package. Then I'm going to collect as is residential contract. And I'm going to find what else I need. My wire fraud. Let's see. Now I only have 3 forms selected. If you need others that aren't in here, like I said, you can go into libraries. We're still working on our groups, so they're similar to what they are in Dotloop. It's just going to take me a little bit of time to get those groups to be correct. So I'm going to click Add. It's going to update my room. And here are my documents. So if I'm going to click on my as is residential contract for sale, it's going to load up here. And you'll see that my information has been filled in. There are still things that you'll have to put in, like the property tax ID, legal description. You're still going through making sure that the paperwork is correct, much like you did in Dotloop. And you can change things in here. So let's just say 1.2345. Maybe this is the legal description. I could go down here. I can say what they're excluding, purchase price, initial deposit, 500,000. It's made within 3 days. Then I just go through and I'm going to fill out the paperwork. Say buyer pays cash. And all these buttons and boxes, they are active, so you can click them, unclick them. Go through it. I'm going to click Save and Close now. I'm going to go through the rest of them as well. Do the same thing. Right to inspect, right to cancel, make sure everything's in there. Yep, that's right. I'm going to give you 2 days because it's a handyman special. Either you want it or you don't. Wire fraud prevention notice, double check that. It should be empty, except for the very top, I think. Oh, here we go. Yep. Brokerage name, Keller Williams. Gold. All right, save and close. So we just did all of our paperwork. Awesome. Done. I'm now going to go into envelopes here. This is where we're getting ready to send our paperwork for signatures. So I'm going to add new, which is this blue button here. And the envelope name, please Docusign, that's fine with me, I'll leave that there. And I'm gonna add documents. So I'm gonna add all 3 of these in here. Give it a second to load. And then, excuse me. I'm gonna add a recipient now. And I get 3 choices. I get pre-tagged roles, room participants, and email addresses. I'm gonna click on pre-tagged roles. And then buyer 1, I'm gonna select this, and I'm going to say that buyer 1 is Clark Kent. Seller 1, select that one, is me. Oh, here we go. I want that one. I'm gonna add selected. And both say they need to sign, which they do. So I'm gonna click, make sure, I'm gonna show you. So it has needs to sign, needs to view, receives a copy, and specify recipient. And those are the different choices that they can have per here. So let's say we had a vendor that just needed to see something. Hold on, need to sign. I'm gonna add a recipient. I don't want that. Add a recipient, I'm gonna say email address. And that's just going to bring up a blank box where you can fill in information. So let's say Joe Schmo. $210 home warranty. Let's say 2. So let's say Joe Schmo at 210 home warranty needs to see this. We're going to say is going to needs to view instead. And then it'll be sent to him to be viewed instead. He can't sign it. He can't do anything to it except to look at it. I'm actually going to get rid of him. I'm just going to stick with buyer 1 and seller 1. I'm going to scroll down. It says message to all recipients, email subject, please Docusign, and I can type a message in here. If you have a message that you're looking to use continuously, I would suggest creating a Word document, type the message in there, and save it as that, and then you can just copy and paste. So far, there is no template-wise for envelopes. Please. As soon as possible. I'm gonna click next. Oh, is there a place to keep our preferred vendors so they can be auto-loaded on the front end? I'm gonna go over people in just a second, and that should be where you can save your preferred vendors. Okay, so now we are inside of the documents itself, and we're gonna see everywhere that we're gonna make sure that the signature lines are correct and initial lines. So right now we're looking at the rider for residential contract. Oh, this is the right to inspect or cancel. So here's Clark Kent's. This is this color. This is Blake's Whitbold's color for blue. If I need to add any more, I can drag them over. So let's say I needed another initial sign. I can put it right there. It'll ask me who the recipient is going to be. I can choose between the people, but this is going to be deleted. If I needed a signature, I can add in a signature right there too. It's gonna ask again who's it supposed to be. I can format, I can label. I don't know what the tooltip is, location-wise, and where it's gonna pop up. And then I can save either as a custom field or delete. I'm gonna delete again. So I'm going to go through and make sure that everything is right. So yep, they need to sign the top. Here's the for sale contract. Go to the bottom, signature, signature. This is also the spot. Let's say you needed to put in text for someone to enter in for financing. This contract is between, this is for your consumer to be putting things in. This is not for you to be putting things in. So let's say you wanted them to type in something someplace. I can drag in a text box and you can have them add text in here. Same thing with the checkbox if you need them to check something. So like if we have a property disclosure, you can make sure that all the boxes are checked for them to be able to go through and check it off. Same thing with radio buttons. I'm going to scroll through. Initial, initial, initial. Good, good, good. Trying to get to the signature page, guys. Here, signatures, and then date signed, it's going to automatically generate as soon as this is clicked. Same thing here. Wire prevention, okay. And then I'm going to click send. It's going to send to my people that I've had it in there. So it's going to send a copy to my buyer and to the seller's agent for them to see and sign. So it needs my signature, but since I do both sides, I can send them both to both of them at the same time. I don't need it to go through another agent because I'm on both sides. Needs my signature. I'm going to click sign. So because this is me, it goes to Blake Whitbold. I'm going to click continue. Well, I have a lot of things in here. This will say Clark Kent because he is the buyer's initial. He's saved. And then just as they click, it moves them through everything. So it'll take them to the next one. Signed, signed. And I'll click finish. And you as an agent, you're going to get an email saying that they have finished signing it. Okay, we have others. I'm gonna go into my Gmail. Wow, I got a lot of emails in this just. Please Docusign. Want this one. Great, continue. So I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna sign these, let's go. Mission. And now paperwork is a breeze. I'm gonna click finish. Save a copy, nothing. So I already have an account. Docusign does its advertising. I'm gonna go back. So now we see an email that says completed. Please Docusign, and it shows that my all the documents have been completed. So I'm gonna go back in here. I'm gonna refresh this. No longer has a waiting on other people. I can go into documents, and now everything with a green check mark says that it's signed. And right here, I have a PDF with the certification saying that it was signed at what time and by who. So if I now go back into command, I can now upload. I'm going to add a file. It's going to ask me from where. And I'm going to say DocuSign. And I'm going to say this. All of them that are signed, it'll end with a signed thing. So I'm going to click sign here. Assign. And it just uploaded that contract into Command for us. Then I didn't have the energy efficiency booklet. I have to put that in there. So I have the one thing in here that I have right now. I have to go through here and add the rest of them. Once this is all completed, I will submit to the Market Center. And then same thing, you're going to submit to the Market Center every time something is completed in here. So once everything is required and upload, then you'll submit to the Market Center. You'll go to close. Once this is all submitted, you'll also submit to the Market Center again. Once that is finished, you'll be able to go into offers. We do have Coffee and Command videos that goes over offers, so I would suggest seeing those to see how that works. But that is Docusign 101 on how to use it. So I'm going to be updating Docusign with things that are closer into our dot loop for group-wise, so we have all the documents correctly in there. Any questions that I can answer? Jen, are you back in the office?
I am.
Yay.
I'm so happy.
Good, good. We're glad things are getting back to normal.
Luz came in too.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Good, good, good. Do we have any questions for Docusign?
Oh, I've got a question, Blake.
Sure.
You said you were uploading the document into Command, and what I'm familiar with is dot loop. When the contract is signed, it's just there and it's signed in dot loop, and then I just hit submit for review. So is that now an extra step where the document is signed, then we need to upload it into the oh, hold on, what's it called? Into the folder? What's it called? The room. So are you saying we have to upload it into the room?
No, so what happens is from the room, it's signed in the room, you'll upload it into Command. Yeah, you do have to do that because all of our compliance takes place inside of Command and not inside of Docusign.
Oh.
With dot loop, it was
Okay.
taken care of inside of dot loop.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
Yep. So
When is this change taking effect?
June 1st.
Okay.
That's why we're using the rest of the month to transfer over and get ready for it.
So I have a new listing starting Friday and I've got all the paperwork here. Should I just upload it into Command?
You can, if you started in dot loop, you can finish it in dot loop.
Okay.
It'll let you do that. But if it's past the first compliance-wise, we will have to have it uploaded into Command, but we can just connect the dot loop and we'll connect it through there.
Okay.
I mean, we'll upload it from there.
Sounds good.
So if you want to continue using dot loop later on, it's like $10 a month, I think. And then you can upload it the same way you upload from Docusign into Command. So even if you stuck with dot loop, compliance is still done in Command.
Gotcha. And there's no charge to transfer over to Docusign.
No, yeah, Docusign is what KWRI is paying for now.
Okay.
And which is nice because dot loop will sell our information. So.
So do we take all of our documents from dot loop and upload them into Command then?
Yes, you can. That's one of the options. We're going to actually have a class on Thursday about that.
Thursday, okay.
Yep, at 11 a.m. I try to have all my classes at 11. We're going to go over how to upload it into Command, how to download it into your computer if you want to save it that way. It's just all about keeping your records for those 7 years. So there's even a way you can upload it to Google Drive and have them on there. Okay. All right, guys, if you have any other questions, you can let me know. You can send me an email, call me, text me. I'm here for you. Thanks for joining. This is recorded. I'm going to post it on our Facebook. I'm going to put it on our YouTube. So if you ever want to re-reference it, you're more than welcome to. We also have Coffee and Command that you can watch if you're brand new to Command. It's a perfect way to start, is Coffee and Command.
Thank you, Blake. Hi, everybody.
It's my pleasure. I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.